we've just got a few hours left of the transfer window, and Liverpool have finally signed an outfield player who can play for us this season. Celebrate.
Woohoo!
I need to throw a party. We got Federico Chiesa in. We'll discuss that transfer because it's a complete shock and out of the blue. And Chelsea have finally offloaded a huge problem that they've had for years in Romelu Lukaku, finally signing for Napoli.
Oh my
I believe
God.
it's not on loan, so that's a big deal. Like he's
Yes,
gone.
it's a
He's
permanent deal.
off.
Yeah.
He's over. It's over. So Rohit, you start off with Lukaku, and then
Oh my
what
God.
all Chelsea have done so far in the window, and maybe what can come in during the final few hours of the
Yeah.
window. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the Lukaku to Napoli for 30 million euros was like, a huge load off our shoulder. We've been carrying him around. He's not wanted to play at Chelsea. Chelsea haven't wanted to have him around. I think he has like, the kind of weekly wage of above 300,000 pounds a week. So that's been painful on the budget. So this one is actually really, really satisfying for all Chelsea fans. When he joined us back, it was a totally different feeling for me. I was very excited about it, but this is probably one of the worst transfers that has ever happened in at least the recent history for Chelsea. So I think we are all very relieved that he's gone. I think he's back to playing in Napoli, right? I think back to playing in Italy. So I think he might do well there. But all Chelsea fans are relieved. Chelsea also have been able to kind of offload, although temporarily, Kepa Arrizabalaga, right? He's again a
He's
keeper
still
that we
there.
bought.
He's
Yeah, he's
still
still
there.
there. He's on high wages as well. He went on loan to Real Madrid last time. He's on loan now to Bournemouth. I hope somebody buys him. And then there are a whole bunch of players who are yet to leave or yet to find a solution, including the likes of Sterling, right? Chilwell, all these guys need to go. I don't
So
know.
just to
There's just
interject,
about.
just to interject, I've been reading about these rumors of a swap. Basically, Jadon
Mhm.
Sancho comes to, I mean, Jadon Sancho comes to Chelsea and Sterling goes to Man United. Surely, surely you don't need Sancho at Chelsea. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but there's definitely some truth to it because multiple kind of decently reliable sources are reporting that. At least the Sancho bit. I don't know whether Sterling is going to go the other way, but I can see why. Right? Again, it comes down to Joe Shields, who's one of the main guys in recruitment for us, and he used to be a Man City guy back in the day, and Sancho is a Man City product, right? He's the one who got Romeo Lavia. Joe Shields is the one who got Romeo Lavia. He had a role to play in getting Cole Palmer and all of these guys, all these people with Man City connections back in the day, right? So you never know. I don't think we need him, but I think the problem is on the left wing, right? We don't really have a reliable backup. Neto can play there. He's probably once he gets fit, he's going to be the starter there. But behind him, we have Misha, right, right. Misha is our Ukrainian bolt.
What?
Right, he's not very reliable,
That's a real
right?
player. That's
He pretends to be.
who's Misha? Wait,
Guess who Misha is? The Ukrainian bolt.
it's not Mudrik, right?
Yeah.
Why do you call him Misha?
Mikhail, that's his nickname. What can I do? Even the
I
coach calls him
I was
Misha.
so crazy. I thought that you guys had signed a new player from Ukraine. I was like,
No, no, but yeah, you are right because he's barely contributed. He's been in the club for quite a bit, but his decision making is just awful. So he's not a reliable, number two. So maybe that's the thinking. Misha or Mudrik probably goes on some sort of a loan, or maybe he goes to the development team or something like that. So I don't really know what these guys are doing because they all also went out and bought another goalkeeper. Right? We have like 25 goalkeepers now in the first team. Mike Penders from Genk, the same place they got Thibaut Courtois from back in the day, a 19-year-old keeper. I don't know what they're doing, just stockpiling folks. So, that's the Chelsea kind of bandwagon keeps going. And final day, I think the main thing that's happening is Chelsea is going after Victor Osimhen.
Mhm.
Let's see what happens, whether we land him or not. I think this
So what
has to be a
happens to
big, big
Nicholas
paycheck.
Jackson then? Because Osimhen's not going to
Nicholas
play.
Jackson is going to play for sure. So I think that's a Nicholas Jackson is probably going to either deputize for Osimhen if we get him, or he'll be the starting number nine. But Jackson can also play out left, so
Uh,
that's an advantage he has, right? He's a mobile striker, right? He's got good pace. So let's see. I mean, if we get Osimhen, it'll be good because we do need a traditional number nine. But that's going to be a hard deal to make because the Saudis are after Osimhen and they've offered him like 30 million a year or some insane amount of money, which Chelsea obviously can't match. Let's see how that works out. Okay, let's talk about Liverpool. Right? Do you want to talk about the two signings that you guys have finally made and how they will fit into the squad either now or next season?
Yeah. So the first one is obviously Giorgio Mamadashvili. I hope I haven't watched his name. A Georgian keeper who was playing for Valencia and will stay at Valencia this season. So this was a long, protracted transfer, went on for weeks. Apparently, he was supposed to be on loan at Bournemouth, gain some real experience, and that couldn't be worked out. We were haggling over, I think, 2-3 million, but we finally got the deal done. It's a very interesting deal because we have a very good number two in Kelleher. But I think we need to sell him because he wants regular first team football. And I don't think he wants to go out on a loan anymore. He's been doing that for a few seasons. He was our number two last season. And Allison, I still believe has 3-4 good years left in him. And he's also said that I want to stay at Liverpool, maybe even extend my contract. He has 2 years left, I believe. So Mamadashvili is one of the most top-rated young keepers in Europe. Uh, I don't know. So maybe I think he'll be on loan for 2 seasons and then
Mm-hmm.
move to Liverpool as a deputy to Allison, and then he'll take over. But it's a very interesting signing because it's long-term planning, and obviously, if he performs really well, we can sell him for a huge amount of money. That's
Yes.
what we've done for quite a few players in this window. We've seen a lot of players leave, like Fabio Carvalho, and a few others for around 10-15 million. Sepp Vanderberg. Yeah, we talked about the Brentford pair. And we got some good money in for Dominic Solanke also from his Salon clause,
Dobson. Yeah,
which
yeah.
is almost, I mean, a few million short, but almost the same amount we paid for Federico Chiesa. Came out of the blue. I don't think any Liverpool fan knew that we were going for a right winger. We needed a cover for Salah, so I'll get to that in a bit. But Federico Chiesa is an exceptional talent who has been plagued with injuries. He was brilliant for Italy when they won the Euros a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
I think we made a move for him also, and Juventus wanted 80-85 million, and we said we won't be doing that. But yeah, he's coming for 12.5 million total. That's it. No other questions asked. So it's a steal when you look at it. Of course, the injuries are there, but he played, I believe, 33 matches out of 38 in the league last season. So I think the injury issues can be dealt with now. Where does he fit into the Liverpool side? That's the big question that people are asking because I don't think he starts for us, at least presently. You've got Salah on the right and you've got Diaz on the left. Chiesa can play on both sides. So that's a huge positive for us. But what I've seen and what I believe will happen is that Chiesa will get a few games and maybe a lot more minutes than you expect. Uh, because Arne Slot is someone who likes to fresh, keep players fresh. He did that with Trent Alexander-Arnold. He substituted him at around the 70th minute. So I do believe that, somebody like a Salah will need rest throughout the season and if he wants to continue for the next season. That's something that I don't think we've done quite well over the past few years. We've, run players to the ground. And with so
Yeah.
many more games in the Champions League this season, obviously the cups are there. I think it bodes well for Chiesa because then he also doesn't have the pressure. He's not seen as somebody who can score us 30 goals and he's going to be a Salah replacement. No, no. You're cover for Salah. Maybe you could play on the left wing, ease into things, see what you can do. And, honestly, for 12.5 billion total, I think that's a risk worth taking.
Definitely a bargain, I think, right? Like you said, he's not been like that badly injured. At least last season, he played 33 games and he scored, I think, 9 goals with 3 assists. That's a decent return for a backup, if you're asking me, and especially somebody who has experience, who's won trophies before. I think you guys, did a good deal, got a good bargain, right? And
So,
of course, you have Arne Slot, who knows how to use his players, like you
yeah.
said. I think
Uh,
it's a good deal.
And Slot's team has worked with players who have suffered with major injuries and they've, improved them or at least kept them fitter throughout the season. So I think that's good for us. The other thing that I wanted to bring up is that how this frees up another player, Harvey Elliott. So
Hmm.
what would happen is that, whenever Mohamed Salah was taken off, you'd play Harvey Elliott as the right winger. He's not a right winger anymore. He used to be during his Fulham days, I believe. But right now, he's somebody who plays as a central midfielder or a central attacking midfielder. What this does is that Harvey Elliott is now a proper midfield option, and you've got a proper option for Mohamed Salah. And Chiesa is very direct. He's got great pace. Uh, I think it's a brilliant signing, to be honest, now, come to think of it. So I really want to see how he does because, Italians don't always have the best uh, performance or, the best time in England. I know we've got Gianfranco Zola doing very well and Paolo Di Canio, but it's tough to name an Italian that's done well after that. Maybe Jorginho, maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a very interesting signing. And just to wrap things up, we will have another transfer day special at the end because I believe Liverpool will be making at least one more signing because none of the journalists have said that we're done. We have been linked a few central midfielders, maybe a defender, so we'll keep our eyes out for that. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye bye.